Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to get the show back on the digital road. Opening weekend is now finally upon us, and we have got a delightful game to get things going. The LA Thieves gone up against Minnesota Røkkr, and we're here in this virtual set. Look, Atlanta's right behind us. It's your boy Miles and my mate Chance. If I get this right, there we go. We're basically hugging. Very, very excited to get this show on the road, mate. Chance, how you doing, mate?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic. We've been waiting for months for this moment. Like, we got league play back in the action. I've been grinding Call of Duty nonstop. The match that we get off the rip is like a fantastic one. Even for like power rankings, like we've always wanted to get a feel for where the teams stand. Immediately, we're gonna start to get an indication. I just want to get the show on the road, man. I'm excited.
All right, mate. Let's just get on with it then. Let's meet one of our teams we'll be seeing in today's opening matchup, ladies and gentlemen, the Minnesota Røkkr. Fresh look for Minnesota Røkkr, and I'm telling you, mate, I would definitely watch that entire Netflix series. The lineup now: Accuracy, Attach, MajorManiak, and Priestahh. Of course, the latter two coming in from Atlanta FaZe. Chance, what do you think of the roster? I think on paper, fantastic.
This team is ice cold, like in the truest sense of the form. Again, we are going to talk about their search and destroy all year long. And I think consistently just talk about how clean it is, how they are going to be sort of setting the example that I think a lot of teams in the league will pay a great deal of attention to them, see what they do on the map, and try to plan around it, because I got a feeling they're going to do a lot of teaching this year.
Well, they're currently the Kings of the North. If we take the Kickoff Classic for anything to go by, they did manage to beat their other purple-clad rivals, Toronto Ultra. But we're not going to be talking about those guys just yet. We have our other side of this opening matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, put your digital hands together. Get a 1 in the chat. Los Angeles Thieves.
I'm with my gang, with my squad, what the fuck you want? So I got people just tuning in, and I'm never strong. Sometimes I get so high, I never land. Ain't no need to overthink it, I already understand. They be plotting on my downfall and need another plan. But we welcome all that hating, I'm like, they can come again. Made a stack off the game and gave 100 to my man. I don't owe no money to him, I just did it cause I can.
Officially into the league now. We are going to see them in action today. Kenny, Slasher, Temp, and TJHaLy. Chance, tell me a little bit about the Thieves after that 3-0 loss to OpTic last week.
Well, I mean, the 3-0 loss is not going to be the indication of the success this team will have this year. This is juggernauts across the board, everyone winning chips at different points. World champions on the team as well. You know, I talked about the search and destroy for the Røkkr, but even this team, man, not too shabby. TJ and Kenny, been S&D kids for many years, and that's why this match is going to be so fun, man. There is a dogfight right now to be the best in the game. It is not clear-cut, and these are two teams that are looking to take that title from the Dallas Empire.
Absolutely. Well, mate, before we get into our matchup, we're going to do what we usually do, boys and girls. It's a brand new year of the Call of Duty season, but we have got some old familiar faces coming back. We're going to quickly now look at our game fuel keys to victory. The LA Thieves up first, Chance. I'm saying you've got to take advantage of the fact that Røkkr are not as strong at hardpoint, punish them in the slaying department, and build that confidence after the loss against OpTic.
Absolutely, but even that like quote weaker hardpoint game doesn't mean they're slouches at all. They will be ferocious and tough to deal with, but these really need to come out, set the tone early on, and really just make up for the 3-0 loss that they have and try to get that ball rolling. Even to take it towards that search and destroy, man, you absolutely need to shut down MajorManiak on the map, or else he will just be a menace from start to finish.
Start to finish. Now the keys to victory for the Minnesota Røkkr. They won their first map. If they win that first map and break the spirits of the Thieves, that's what you want to do. Keep them down. Don't let them start to rebuild that confidence. Don't let them start to get momentum in the series. And trust those play calls and search and destroy. It worked versus Toronto. Keep trusting it. Keep building upon it. Chance, tell me a bit about some micro adjustments we could be seeing from Minnesota this season.
I mean, it'll genuinely be a thing. MajorManiak is a great example. Priestahh as well. If you just want to pay attention to those guys on the minimap and see what they do round after round, they will generally be accomplishing the same type thing on the map, but they'll be doing it in 3, 4, 5 different ways, just making sure to give the other team a ton of different looks, mix up the angles a little bit, and just make sure that you are incredibly difficult to deal with. Henny on the side of the Thieves, a fantastic player at this as well. Just making sure that even if you're game planning, even if you know what they're going to be doing in the game mode, it is still not going to be easy to take them down because of the different looks that they can show.
Different looks in the theme so far of the league as we roll now into our first match, and it's a Garrison hardpoint, looking a lot like league play right now. Whole load of Gary, baby, but we are excited to finally get the 2021 season off to a rip-roaring start. Thieves versus Røkkr. Chance, I am immeasurably excited seeing how this one goes down, and already we're off to the races. Røkkr finding themselves the early time, and it's going to be a nice string of kills there from the Thieves to get themselves back in a position.
And that looked to be about the cleanest opening break you could possibly have. We go on board and it is basically 4 down, and the full setup is going to be in. TJ and Kenny, you see they got the coverage over top of each other, and this is already just fantastic time for them to get. Slasher, by the way, 74U, he's got at least in the back pocket, so he's going to be well equipped for any gunfight. Yes, he does get taken down. You can already see nice little bit of time getting developed, still getting the kills from inside of the hard point, and this is the exact start the Thieves needed to have, man. They got to get that ball rolling, got to make sure you get off to a hot start, and again, just make sure you set the tone for the rest of the year. Nice little 30-point lead they've been able to build.
Yep, onto the rotation now, and it's going to be Temp trying to find his way in first. MajorManiak unable to make those rotations there through the bottom of the crates area. Up and forward Slasher, 5-2 overall. That PIP showing you the radar truck. That's where the next hard point will be. And already Kenny, Temp lining up the kill feeds. They've got themselves solid control. The time's now going their way. It falls to Slasher now. Try to stop these players coming in through mid. Now off spawn. TJ from up higher from that top green position. There's a bit of an exchange of gunfight. And so far, Røkkr able to buy themselves some space now in the middle of the map. Over to Temp. Over on the hard point. Accuracy rips them off the top of the heady. It's going to be to TJ now. And I will say, Røkkr, the break looks good. But here comes the next wave of Thieves.
Oh my God, you talk about the team kills coming through, and then I think the trophy system that Accuracy tried to get it out ended up killing himself because of it. So I was gonna say, just by themselves, they had a very nice job to actually break through. Then unfortunate the way it ends up playing out. The team kill is gonna be a bit of a detriment, and you can see that resulting in the score. It's gonna be an 80-point game going into new. And now if you're the Thieves, Temp's the man leading this charge. If they're able to break through on this hill, it might just turn into a spiraling effect for the game, but Temp gets taken down, Kenny as well. That means at least that first push gonna be stuffed for the side of the Røkkr, finally able to get some points on board. But of course, Slasher in the back being sneaky. He's got that 1v1 against Accuracy, and Slasher wins it, at least for the moment, making sure he can block those spawns for his team. And you can see it result in Thieves getting right back inside.
Well, it looks good, but I wonder how good it sounds. I think it's now time to go into an Astra Gaming listen in to the Los Angeles Thieves.
I can help you take it. You can take it. I'll get it.
I push out caution here.
You can be left on this.
One more. Deep narrow. Yo, one's going deep on the pots. In top green, major.
Gotta come major. Top green.
And one's gonna be on you.
One up P2.
One's on me.
Nice. On new screen, green. Now we green.
I have right.
He's on P2 right now. He's in the right corner.
Oh,
one shot.
You in the top 5.
Type of guy green. Don't do
Back one shot.
Green.
That boss major was weak.
I don't see him. He needed
me. You on me still.
I'm not sure.
You press me 2 there.
You. I reply. Casters. One shot casters. Literally bullet casters. Can I do it? One shot casters.
There's absolute in the mid in this mid corner right here. Can you nade it? I can nade it.
Red casters.
Hey, front top green. One shot absolute.
Okay. We have left on one shot.
Get kills. We spawn on a pinch.
That's it. I'm
both of you guys play
I'm in top green.
What's Rose?
Top green, top green, left corner.
Nice.
And then right corner right here. In this corner, this. That's one shot.
He's looking very strong thus far in the hard point. A nice couple of kills there from Kenny, trying to keep Røkkr in and out of the point. Back over to Slasher now, in full control of that hard point for the remaining 10 seconds. You can see rotations already going down. Attach on a bit of a tear right now at 13 and 6 overall. Again, that next hard point about to pop wide open. This is the last one of the set. It's going to be still Attach from up high, finding these great kills on these members of the Thieves down low. Fresh mag into the 74U and back off to the races he goes. And again, no one in the hard point just yet. We're still teetering for control right now, and it is actually going to be accuracy on that minimap. Top left-hand side, trying to keep the Thieves in their spawn. MajorManiak now can't quite get involved, and with that, you've lost all the high ground right now for Røkkr. So they are going to be fighting from downstairs. Priestahh in a world of trouble. Can accuracy retain any semblance to the control here? Keep the time ticking.
Well, you actually see the problem that Temp is causing. Accuracy is just so focused on green because of the spot that Temp gets inside of, and that is just beautiful play. Not over-channeling, Temp taking his time, because they were getting spawn trapped, right? Like, Accuracy was able to get a couple kills in the back, but just because Temp gets that clearance over towards green, you're able to flip those spawns, keep the Røkkr outside of the hill. And frankly, I mean, how much, 20 seconds on this hill in total was actually captured by either team. Just a ton of either contest or no time at all coming through. Of course, that results in effectively the back 50-50 stalemate. You got the Thieves spawning out once again, but that's actually going to help pinch the Røkkr in. With TJ back in his spot, we saw this right off the rip inside the hill. Wins the big gunfight with the 74U as well. Thieves right back in the wheelhouse. This was the hill where they were the most comfortable.
They're looking very, very strong right now. It's going to be an interesting rotation. You see, we're worrying about that number 6 on the minimap attached. Just keeping an eye on the flank, but for now, you have to win the fight up front. Through the pipes come a few of them. MajorManiak gets the first kill. Kenny now up next. Priestahh wins his gunfight as well, so Kenny finds himself too. Is there a third to be had? No. MajorManiak's going to get him good and proper. Over to Attach once again. Oh my word, he's finding 2 here right off the rip. 21 kills overall, 7 deaths. The man's on a 4 spree, and with 20 seconds left, it looks like he will be going for the rotation. We do have a decent amount of control right now for Røkkr. The ability to take the lead in this map chance for the first time has been entirely the Thieves game so far. Right off the rip though, Attach still making the run happen. 5 in a row before going down, 22 overall. MajorManiak now on a 5 spree, and the cold north of Minnesota is starting to heat up.
And I love the patience coming out at play as well. Attach waited for his team for 15-20 seconds while he was top green before he made a move at all. And again, the smart plays go a long way because that is a long setup for one. Accuracy to be in the back. He's able to pick up 3. He's got your bricks control, but you get that early control over towards that radar truck. And this is a hill that is incredibly difficult to break if you don't make things spicy. Keep in mind, accuracy in the back just now got taken down by TJ. He did a fantastic job. And you see sort of that staggered setup. You finally get past accuracy, then you got to deal with MajorManiak. You think you're trying to work towards the radar truck? Well, the rotation is in, and this is looking like it's going to be a very clean and pretty full 60. Temp decides he wants to fly out an ego child outside of green, but he's being nice and patient. You can see the rotation coming in. Right now, Thieves making sure that they are very delicate, making sure they keep that right side of the map spawns, making sure they can get the setup on this new hill. See if they can respond with a full 60 of themselves. Right now, all of the Røkkr will be floating through green.
And do we can is slowing down, finds 1. No more to be had there. Lovely work nonetheless. It's going to fall to Kenny now on the warehouse side of the map, top right-hand side, just to watch the center of the map, make sure that no members of Røkkr make their way through. But already, accuracy making his way forward. Kenny now on your screen, holding down the right flank. Lovely shots into the second. MajorManiak tagged up. Not quite enough to get the kill. Over Slasher finds himself too. The defense will hold. Thieves still holding the line, and they're going to slow down Røkkr now for quite some time. Again, Kenny trying to be a nuisance from the backside. TJ making his way forward now outside of tools, getting the work done. Temp's watching the rear, and so far, a wonderful setup to get the Thieves back into this one and retake the lead.
And right now, I imagine Kenny, well, number 1 and number 2 on the right side of the minimap, gonna start to try to push up and potentially give up these back spawns in the final few moments, but looks like Attach, again, the main slayer for the team right now, not able to get that second kill, and that was effectively a full 60 seconds to get the Thieves the lead. Once again, very back and forth game we have so far. Now, of course, on the hold, you see Priestahh very concerned about this vents room. Kenny's already been able to slip through just a little bit, but that's where all the pressure comes through rolled, and actually a couple players able to get out. Kills getting traded back and forth. TJ inside the hill, and Priestahh, frankly, just needs to find the moment to attack. Finally able to swing over. Ooh. Now that he's under Sky Tank, 2 nice kills from him. He's got his teammates potentially going to be looking over him from top green.
Nice bit of time purchased there, nice bit of space garnered on the map, but with 35 remaining on this hard point, that old Sky Tank's going to be the play. Attach trying to find something here. Finds himself a TJ out and about. MajorManiak putting that assault rifle to good work. And the XM4, the staple right now for many assault rifle players. Accuracy now on your screen. Hardpoint time accumulating. He's got to hold this line. His teammates doing what they can to isolate those fights. Up first is going to be Slasher. Takes care of him. Kenny wins another one. Slasher from down low finds himself a second. And with that, the hardpoint, the Thieves, the breaks have been great. Next rotation though underway. That side of the map looks to be Røkkr territory. TJ's got a thing or two to say about that. Will go down, and it's over to Temp now, trying to find his way forward. MajorManiak's going to be up next. Temp slips the net. For how long will he be able to stay alive? This is a big catch if they can take care of it. But for Røkkr now, it's hold this position, keep these kills coming, and TJ once again right in off spawn, a nightmare on Garrison.
And this is quite the balance as well, because you can see the split spawns coming in. They gave up those back spawns, but Priestahh is still that last man alive. That's who Temp needs to deal with. And while those gunfights are going on, you got TJ trying to set up for the spawn kills. This is a hill that can be very difficult to balance with the timing of when you want to spawn them in the back. For the moment, the Røkkr taking advantage of that fact, at least making things messy. You have a little bit of lights control as well, but Slasher hanging out inside the hill. There you go. The lights kills coming through. Accuracy able to pick up 2 big ones. And this time, once again, this is a hill where not a ton of time has been given to either team on it. But as things stands, obviously for the Thieves, 40 points, and they will take away game number 1, but the Røkkr not very far behind at all. If you're looking towards any sort of setup over towards New, well, TJ back in his home in that first hard point, and he's the lone man there, the Røkkr potentially getting a little bit of spawn trap here.
This is what you're worried about now. Røkkr have basically got them covered. This could be a two-positioned pinch, but no, TJ is going to win one gunfight. Back over towards Kenny, who has not lost a gunfight in quite some time. Priestahh got involved there. Over to Slasher. Priestahh continues the run, and it's an open hard point. It's anyone's game right now. If they can get on board here and start picking up some time, it's going to be MajorManiak on the counter-offensive. TJ in his spot, finds himself 1 or 2 before going down, and oh no, the trophies there is going to take care of MajorManiak. Very unfortunate. Slasher wins another big 1v1. Kenny wins his as well, and the Thieves, they're getting it done by themselves. Over to Priestahh now, trying to make the entry kills. Can't quite get it done. From the bottom of the catwalk stairs, the final 10 seconds now. Can it go the way of the LA Thieves? Can they get themselves their first win here in the CDL of a map? And Accuracy's doing everything he can to try to stop it. The final 5 seconds now as Temp goes down. An open hard point for the time being, but once again, rotations, rotations, rotations. We have Thieves in position for the win. Can they hold the line and pick up those final 5 seconds? That's all they need to do. MajorManiak tries to get involved. It's not going to be enough. And the LA Thieves, welcome to the COD League. The first map on the board.
Back in the thick of it again. They need to set the tone with the first hard point. They did exactly that. And frankly, right from the opening break, I mean, they went up, what, 80, 90 points to, I think, 5 that the Røkkr had. And after that, super back and forth game, but it was really just chaining that opening break where they got that clean 4 down, making sure you keep the spawn, making sure you keep that pressure over towards top green for the rotation. It's just very efficient gameplay coming in from the Thieves off the rip.
Temp, everyone looking solid there. Again, we go back to those game fuel keys to victory. Again, it was you want to punish them in this lane department. The kills were flying through. We saw Kenny picking up some great kills. We saw Attach from the side of Røkkr doing what he could. But again, got to look at those individual gunfights. You got to look at those kills overall. That was all the Thieves. They had that map hook, line, and sinker from start to finish. Some fantastic signs of life coming out of the Røkkr. Again, a massive shout out to them, doing a lot of work clearly in the few weeks between this and Kickoff Classic, because by all accounts, their hardpoint game was the weakest mode they had. They did not have much success against the Toronto Ultra. The search and control, absolutely fine. We'll see if they can replicate some of that success in the upcoming search and destroy map. But chance, baby, high five. Just kidding. We'll work on that. Just kidding. But mate, great way to start the league. Very, very good stuff so far. When we come back after this very, very quick break here in this magnificent virtual studio in Atlanta, we've got more games coming away. LA Thieves, Minnesota Røkkr. We'll see you after this break. Røkkr certainly come to play.
They can't stop it. They can't stop the kid. They can't stop it.
Oh, Priestahh, disgusting. Accuracy's there, nice kill. Bang! MajorManiak, 200 IQ, 10 out of 10 play. Oh my word! But Dashy is going to save the day. Røkkr, our kings of the north. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We told it was going to be a quick break, and it really was. Here, straight into the quick scope we go. This is Minnesota Røkkr from last season. Their hardpoint winner losses all the way down to their Dom KDs. And Chance, I mean, it's a new look for the squad. Essentially an entirely different roster, really. Not aside the change to 4v4. But brother, I mean, I think this is a good call. I think Røkkr made a decent upgrade in terms of the chemistry of the team.
I mean, I really do think that when this team gets built, like, the more you think about it, the more you like it. Like, off instinct, you're like, okay, like, that's a decent team, like, they'll be fine. But then you start thinking about how the year's gonna play out, what it looks like in 4v4, how much different this game is compared to last year. And then it's like, this team might be disgusting. Like, I'm expecting them to be a contender, fighting for the wins. I think the big question is the same thing for the organization, is can they actually get a chip? Can they get a win at some point throughout the year? Or potentially multiple. Why not?
Why not? Well, here's the maps and modes for the upcoming series. Of course, the LA Thieves managed to take care of the first Garrison hardpoint. But now we are going to take a float across the pond from Germany to the United States. It's a Miami search and destroy after that one. After that, we go all the way back to Garrison Control, Moscow hardpoint, and of course, fan favorite raid, S&D. We have to go the distance. I don't think either team really want that. You want to try to close this out in 3 if the LA Thieves. But Røkkr, this is it, Chance. This is the moment for them to shine. We saw the search and destroy prowess up against the Toronto Ultra in the Kickoff Classic. MajorManiak and Priestahh being the players to watch. The pair of them went, what, like almost like double or triple the kills with Dashy and Action put together. It was ridiculous. They're the guys you really want to be watching out for. And again, going back to those keys to victory, the LA Thieves take care of the MajorManiak and Priestahh wombo combo. They are deadly in search, and if you can take care of them, it may just give you a hand to taking the win.
I mean, I think one of the main things I'll be at least attempting to keep track of is the adjustment that the Thieves make round after round. Like, once you figure out someone's setup on Miami, it's such a big map, you're guaranteed to give something up. There's so many nooks and crannies throughout the middle of the map. You can swing out over towards the beach, go all the way over towards the boat. You can take a hike if you'd like to. So there is guaranteed to be something left open on every single defensive setup. And it's about these teams trying to figure out exactly what it's going to be. Maybe they 2-stack over towards visitor centers and you could try to flood your way through garage. This map just has, it's a world of opportunities. There's so many different things that you can do, and it can be very difficult to play at times. That's why I'm excited to see the pros take a crack at it, because there will be some very different styles between the teams.
No, very, very different styles indeed. But Chance, we're going to have to slow you down there, brother. We're going to have to reel you back in, because as you saw, we have had a bit of a technical issue. And I mean, no one gets more excited talking about micro adjustments and holding cameras than you do, my brother. But yeah, we've got a little bit of an issue. Players are going to be getting into that lobby ASAP. Don't go anywhere. We're not. We're going to chill. We're going to wait for this to get sorted out so we can get into that Miami S&D. But brother, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Again, first time we're seeing Miami now in the start of the CDL. It's very, very exciting. It's a big old map. I kind of compare it to Arcitys Peak. I'm not sure if that's fair. It's just huge. It's just a really, really big place to play in. Besides, like, Arcitys Peak, Dansk, Miami. Big maps, that's all I'm saying. But very excited to see how this one goes down. And yeah, you said, mate, it's all about those adjustments. We can see the Thieves play the big game, you know, try to outsmart Røkkr, you know, and outskill them every chance they possibly get. Mate, we didn't actually talk about this, but do you have any actual predictions for this series? I think you filled your pick'ems out. Of course, you can go to the Call of Duty League website and take care of that. But I filled this out as well, and I think I have this as a 3-1 to LA Thieves. Do you remember what your score was?
I'm pretty sure I went with a 3-2 to the Røkkr, and I believe my line of thinking was like, I think both the searches go to Røkkr. I think the hard point gets split, and then I think maybe the control, not even the deciding factor. The Thieves can get it. I just don't think it makes a difference. I'm still just riding the train of search and destroy being too strong for this team. I think they're going to be incredibly nerdy. Even for like MajorManiak on this map, he's going to be the guy that's like looking under the vans and shooting you in the feet and getting kills from lines of sight you didn't think were possible. That's the type of gameplay I'm expecting him to come. And unless there's a strong response out of guys like Kenny and TJ, I just think there's too much of a clear-cut edge in that game mode. Of course, maybe the snipers will make an appearance and can mix things up a bit, but we'll have to get a good look. But that's my pick, 3-2 for the
I
Røkkr.
like that, man. I'm with that. I'm with that. Again, don't think you can also do pick'ems as well, more on the Call of Duty League website. But here is the point structure for the 2021 season. So home series, you're getting 10 CDL points for each match win. When we get to the majors, that's in a couple of weeks' time, first place is going to net 75 CDL points all the way down to the 11th and 12th. You get nothing. Good day, sir. You don't get a single thing if you come down there. But we're talking about the cash monies. 7th to 8th, 10 grand there. But again, 9th through 12th, nothing. You have to climb out of those lower ranks into the doldrums, way up to the highest heights of that first place. $200,000 going to our winning teams of these majors. It's going to be very, very exciting. And then when we get to the very end of the season, the 2021 playoffs, this is how pricing is going to work out. That's a $2.5 million prize pool. That's 1.2 million clams going to first place, 7th to 8th, 2,500. And I'm not sure if you've realized the trend here, but I mean, outside of that, you get nothing. We're not handing out freebies. We're not handing out consolation you tried prizes. No, only the best here in the Call of Duty League. Interesting to see who that will be by the end of it, mate. It's a weird one, right? I mean, we all have sort of pinned Dallas to be a great team last year. We pinned OGLA. I mean, Clint did. I think he put the house on it. Didn't quite work out for him. You know, of course, OpTic are going to look good. Of course, Atlanta are going to look good. Mutineers, they're always a standout. You know, they're the darkest horse in the meanest seas. Chance, I've waffled long enough. Let's go to Miami.
And Miami is a great place maybe to learn, but even just to touch on what you were talking about for the power rankings, like it's just a dogfight. There is no answer. No one knows. Like, are the Thieves a top 4 team right now? Are the Røkkr a top 4? Are they top 3, higher, lower? Like, there's so much we have to learn and develop. Of course, there's a lot of Call of Duty left to be played. Thieves, of course, 1-0 up on the series. And you talk about piano control. Early aggression from Temp. But that trap was set, attached, sitting on the steps and waiting. Able to get that first blood.
Great nade from Kenny. Kenny's nade as well, the double nade there. TJ managed to coordinate that one. Priestahh with the bomb now. And I mean, this has been a fast round. This is a 2 versus 3 situation. LA Thieves on defense. It's going to be lone TJ trying to take care of the B-bomb site and a lone slasher over towards A. Now, a slasher's position could be huge if he holds that line for long enough. You've got MajorManiak now making his way over towards A. And this is slow. Our opening flurry of activity is now started to quiet out, and there's damage now being dealt. Slash is trying to get involved in this fight. It's going to be a straight-up 1v1 in the middle of the street. MajorManiak versus Slasher now. And that's a huge win from the Major. TJ now left alone. 1 versus 2 now. An opportunity to get the bomb down. They know they gave the site up, so TJ is going to have to make his way back over. And a chance with just about 20 seconds to get it done. TJ now on the 1v2. This is tough.
And you see the plan for back alley as well. TJ, well, he gets the information on 1. Knows accuracy is by the plan. It should have seen Priestahh down low, so he knows the situation. 2 players either side. He's trying to get nice and aggressive on him as well. Sliding out back and forth. You see the shoulder peaks coming through, though, from both of these players, giving TJ nothing to work with. Clinical work from the Røkkr. No egos involved. They say, hey, we got the positioning bomb down. As long as we don't die, we are big chilling. Just putting in efficient work. And again, TJ, an electric search and destroy player. Clutch factor always going to be present. Røkkr just making sure they keep that gameplay nice and smart. Get that first round win.
No ego, no problem. Now, Thieves on offense. Temp will be the bomb carrier. It looks like a push in towards A, maybe. First time we've seen them on offense, so not really a whole lot to say there. That's going to be the quick class changes. People put away their speed grips. It looks like a 2-2 split. 2 members of Thieves now holding the center of the map. It's going to be Temp with that bomb, making his way forward, and I believe Kenny's going to be backing him up. With that, accuracy. That damage dealt with a Krig. Wow, that was a fantastic opening kill with the stun connecting as well. That's going to put the Thieves plan back a couple of steps at least.
And already this is a devastating thing. If you take the time to go to A and you get blooded and you don't even get the bomb down, I mean, just look at the map presence and control that they really just don't have. It's going to be very difficult to get to the A site. You try to cross through the middle of the map, you're going to get spotted. You try to cross through the beach, you're going to get spotted. Someone just needs to step up and make the play to find a pick. TJ attempting to be that guy, but he's going to get sniffed out. 2 concurrent picks coming in from the side of Røkkr. Still that 3v2 advantage. Slasher, maybe doing what he can.
Let's try it, man. He's going to try it. Temp still managing to get that bomb forward. Accuracy's got shots on him, but he has made his way towards the front of that beach. He's made it up the beachhead, attached now on the flank. There's going to be Slasher. He's about as good as dead. There it is. Now the push towards Temp. It's a 1v2 situation. Temp does manage to find 10 seconds. No, that's going to be it. Doesn't get the bomb down, doesn't get anything to work out. Røkkr finding themselves another round back-to-back. And Chance, if it was no ego from Røkkr in the first round that gotten the win, it surely was patience brought home that round 2 victory.
And really just the first blood coming in from accuracy as well. It's a theme of this map. If you can get the bomb planted, it doesn't even entirely matter if the guy that plants dies and gets picked right after, because if you plant for the right side of that A bomb, you can see it from driveway, you can see it from back beach, you can see it from the boat. You have so many options for you. But if you're trying to push into the A site, down a man, and you have no control of anything, it can be next to impossible. Of course, maybe the Røkkr will show us a bit of the look over towards A as they're going roughly the same direction. Of course, no first bloods coming through just yet. You got top piano control. Temp is making sure he tries to keep that on lock. And, well, Slasher doing the same thing accuracy did. There's a lot of control of the map, a lot of information, and there's the first blood. Deja vu all over again coming through. Now we get to see how the Røkkr handle, well, the 2 versus 3.
Well, they're going to do what they can. On board now with Kenny, who's sitting towards the B-bomb site, but A is certainly where the love is. The bomb is down just on the outskirts of that A-bomb site, so we're going to have to see Røkkr not only take the covering fire now from Slasher, but they have to advance to the bomb site, recover the bomb, go for the play there. Thieves well spread out across the map, perfect coverage, nice shots from TJ at range with the XM4. Now it becomes the 3 versus 1. First blood reigns supreme. Kenny's now on the hunt, making his way downtown. MajorManiak's in a lot of trouble. It's 25 left on the clock. He's now pinned down. There's going to be the win. Thieves stop the bleeding. 2-1.
And you can hear the piano getting played in the background as well. Again, it just highlights the difficulty of trying to push to this site. You have this angle from TJ, again, just all the way in Narnia, effectively in the back of the map that you can hold those angles. There's 3 different windows from top visitors you have to be concerned with. You got to be concerned with guys on the bushes getting the picks on the cross as well. And effectively, if you're not running a snipe, you're just hoping for decent timing to approach this A side as well. So maybe the Thieves feel that it's a little too difficult to go to A. And actually, well, the pressure might be all right. If you got a double stack on defense towards the A site, you might actually be able to bully out through garage, through top piano. See if you can make a play over towards B. Priestahh in the back alley, and you see Attach underneath the bomb. 2 players trying to hold the line.
Full jump peek there. Dashy's watching the close push now from garage, but there's not going to be many players there for a moment, but still, patience will pay off. Kenny from up high. Flash is still trying to make the streets safe, and then no one can come in through the bottom of piano and ruin this lovely song they're putting together. But again, Flash's battle now against MajorManiak, something we may see quite a lot of in this series. The assault rifles go toe-to-toe. Trying to watch the backside of the map, trying to make sure the hotel's squeaky clean. I'm not talking just about being sanitized. TJ now making his way through the garage. MajorManiak has managed to make his way out, and that's going to be a big kill. Opening gambit now is underway, and Slasher, he goes down as well, and blink and you'll miss it. It's a 1 versus 3. It's over, Røkkr. What a bang that was. I almost need to see that round back to truly understand how wrong that went for LA Thieves.
I mean, I think it was Priestahh who was able to get 2 kills. You'll see the both look top piano. Basically, there is a ton of pressure on this young man. Actually, he's able to pick up 3 along the way. But if you have, what was it? I believe Attach sitting underneath the steps, and he's just watching the close cross for you. That is a genuine 2v4. Obviously, Slasher goes to pick up the flank, but that means if they're able to get out top piano or flood through garage, it's tough to be able to hold that line. But Priestahh doing it like an expert. 6-1 to his name, and I will say in the background, important gunfight that is won. MajorManiak just hunted Slasher down, tracking him just the whole way around nice and secure. But 3-1 lead for the moment. And you see Røkkr again trying to go back towards this A site. Maybe a little bit of pressure over towards garage. Maybe try to make a little bit of noise. See if you can bait out a bit of a rotation.
Mind games here in Miami. No one's playing just yet. Just under a minute left on the game now. Priestahh, we worried about him in the game fuel keys to victory. A real thorn in the side of the LA Thieves, and so far so good. Slasher versus accuracy. Assault rifles going toe-to-toe at great distance there. Both of them running Krigs. Accuracy quickly repositionings there by the Catamaran. Bomb gone down. So, finally, we're going to see some action. Attach managed to sneak through. Great shots from accuracy at range. Unbelievable to get the second as well. The first and second bloods here. This position as well, absolutely prime to take care of the players on the way towards the A-bomb site. TJ making his way forward, cut down a ribbons by Attach, and it's all down to Temp in a 1 versus 3, 25 seconds on the clock. Chance, I'm going to call it here, mate. I think it's done. I think it's done.
Done and dusted. And again, you could even see from Temp's POV just how difficult it is. He knows that he has to be worried about driveway, but before that, I mean, just straight up laser beams coming in from accuracy. Wins both the one-on-ones there, and that is just a guaranteed round win after that point. Again, even if Attach dies off the bomb, if he gets naded out, tagged up, whatever it's going to be, even in a 3v4 after the bomb is planted, you can still get a strong hold. That's not necessary if accuracy is getting those picks as well, so job well done. Comfortable search and destroy so far, it seems like, for the Røkkr. As the Thieves, well, I mean, they've gone to A once, gotten stuff, gone to B twice, gotten stuff both times. Trying to figure out something. This is actually a fairly fast approach around towards the beach, or at least they've stacked the pressure sort of high. MajorManiak, though, he might be here just completely unannounced. Not sure if they know about his positioning.
Dude, this could be another MajorManiak 200 IQ play. He just may have put himself right in the sweet spot. I'm just going to check slowly. MajorManiak could find something special here. If those players decide to overshoot and run towards the beach, that could well be it. Accuracy once again. Don't challenge him. Just don't do it. You know he's going to kill you. Don't do it. He's disgusting right now. Disgusting. We do lose MajorManiak in the process, and now it's a good old-fashioned 2v2. Accuracy once again from up high. I mean, the dude he's mounted. I didn't know you could do that in Cold War. I didn't know that was possible. And he ain't missing. Nice dodge on the nade as well. Temp's managed to make his way onto the bomb site. Still, 2v1 situation. You know full well that you are in a bad spot. The park is wide open. And up high, though, versus accuracy. No, he does it again. Lamar is unbelievable right now. It's 5-1. This is map point. Shush!
Best play, he doesn't even get it. And it's always cruel when accuracy goes and picks up
come on.
all the most important kills. And nope, just the first blood coming from TJ, but I mean, accuracy right now, just having a grand old time on a 5 spree, 7 kills to his name. And it's not like there's any sort of like electric plays coming out to get this like 5-1 win. It's all just very clean cut gameplay, good positioning, and just making sure whether it's Priestahh or accuracy, those one-on-one gunfights with the Krig. Top piano control of Temp goes in for the rush. There's going to be a lot of gunfire here. Kenny, though, was able to pick up 2 just to make sure things get organized around. So finally, the Thieves with some sort of advantage. MajorManiak in the middle of the map. He's trying to get away with his life. He's going to get hunted down. And finally, the Thieves finally able to get some sort of pressure for the round win. Accuracy, though, for the 1v3.
Oh, my God. I was going to say, what did he just try to punch at? I mean, he was feeling something behind him. I mean, that was vicious crossfire. Brutal teamwork from the LA Thieves. Able to make a load of damage early on. A huge 2-peak from Kenny there on top piano. Man was dishing out shots. Great way to keep this going. Now you need to see a bit of a momentum swing for the LA Thieves, because this is still map point for Minnesota Røkkr to tie up the series. But you've just got to do something about accuracy. Priestahh is dangerous enough, but accuracy at range is just unstoppable right now. You bet he's going straight back to A. It's going to be a 3-man push in towards B on the defense. And Thieves are going back for it. They're like, how many more times can he keep gunning us from top visitor center? Honestly, I think the answer is a lot more. Watching the cross, this is great awareness from Røkkr. They might just be able to read this whole play from Thieves.
Yeah, no, accuracy, that key man up top. I think he saw that player slide over to the boats, and you can see MajorManiak, he hears that call out. He's going to wrap back just a little bit. Clean shots coming in to back Kenny down, but honestly, this is already a lot better. Again, Temp, if he's able to get this bomb down, that is a massive advantage right now that the Thieves are able to get.
This is Operation Overlord, and accuracy here. He's slipped past. They managed to get in. Temp has no idea. He's around him somewhere. There's noise. There's comms. Temp finds the first kill from inside visitors. Gets number 2 as well. That's huge. There's a bit of a shuffle now. The members of Røkkr making their way through mid-map, but Slasher is on the watch. He's now looking for one more, and it's Priestahh trying to make his way across the street on towards South Beach, but no. He's been told he can't go there because of some kind of quarantine restrictions in place by the LA Thieves. A great round. Another one back-to-back.
And 2 very aggressive rounds as well. Obviously, the A push, it does take a bit of time to set up, but I mean, Temp basically just runs straight in. You have Kenny that's on the boat. He draws accuracy attention just for a few seconds. That's the clearance for Temp to actually run up on the bomb plant. And again, even if he dies there, still not a bad situation for him to go and pick up those 2 big kills, solidifies the round. But even the previous one, it was that hit towards top piano. Kenny just flies straight in. He's with a teammate. He picks up 2. It is these aggressive rounds where the Thieves have been having success. And you see on defense, they're just flying straight up the middle of the map. Temp keeping the aggression as the theme. TJ with the first blood. Temp hunting down for the trades. 3v2 early advantage for the
Well, you
Thieves.
call it, you're like, yeah, they're going to be really aggressive. That's where the success is found. And all 4 dudes were running down the middle of the street. I mean, I'm sure that's a regular occurrence in Miami. It's a crazy town. Attach does manage to make it over towards the A-bomb site. Oh, no. Tags up. Oh, no. Slasher brings the Krig to the party. And now accuracy in a 1 versus 3. Possibly able to retrieve the bomb. But he still has Thieves all around him. This could prove to be sneaky. If he can play this slow enough, he might be able to divert some attention, maybe get those defending players away towards the B-bomb. But again, for accuracy now, with 38 seconds remaining on the clock, he does have to start making a move. His iron boots now in gear. The slow machine whirrings, eyes on Temp. Nice shots at range. Beautiful awareness on the Slasher. But Thieves once again get it done. And now it's 4-5. 3 rounds in a row. 1 more and we're all tied up.
And I will say, beautiful angle right there from Slasher. He actually did spot, I think, just the foot of accuracy crawling away because he saw all of the arrows on the minimap turn towards visitors. That means Temp from driveway knows what to pick up. But again, the key of the round, just the aggression. TJ just flies straight through into Piano, gets that first blood, and they hit it from, again, talk about the micro adjustments, a different angle. Instead of flooding in through garage side, you flood in through the middle street. Of course, Temp was there from the follow-up as well. Back on offense, though. Thieves. 3 in a row. Looking to see if they can add some more. By the way, you see the same strat attached doing the TJ thing, and well, MajorManiak was doing the Temp thing. He's already made it to driveway. They have no idea. He finds the cut, looking for the second as well, and the nade might be enough to clean him up or try to back him down. MajorManiak playing with his food before the kill comes through. 2 big kills for him to open up the round.
I was worried that the food was going to get a little bit dangerous there, but the air fryer goes out of commission. It's a 4v2 now. This is for the map. Temp's backed on up. Bomb still in hand. Well, Kenny has some control of the A-bomb site. Does have to worry about accuracy upstairs. He knows he's there. He's been there every round. It's worse than apathy in the vents on Garrison. You know it. You just know it. MajorManiak now, though, on a slow and steady wrap. And this is a very, very clinical approach from Røkkr to set the table. And now it's time to feast. Kenny goes down in the end, and that's going to be it. On the Temp, 1v4. Make it interesting. Try to bring it home. First kill goes his way. The immediate trades are going to be there. Accuracy's going to find it. Minnesota Røkkr. They keep their metal together, and they take care of the search. That's the series. All tied up.
Who else but MajorManiak? Just floods straight up the middle of the map. Had a little bit of help with the bait from Attach, who flashed himself just for a brief moment in front of Piano, but just goes and hunts these kills down. Just to play, even the patience, man. Because if you're the guy that's floating in the middle of the map like that, you're worried about getting shot in the back from top balcony, players that fly over towards the beach side of things. But he knows exactly what the timings are going to be. Make sure to not rush into things with TJ. Get that pick, solidify the game. The expected, at least in my mind, bounce back, search and destroy from the Røkkr.
Great search from the Røkkr. Again, we expected that of them. You did have to watch out for, we pinned it on MajorManiak and Priestahh. In that game, we saw a lot out of Priestahh, but accuracy was just ridiculous. It was 9-5, but we saw those rounds basically decided by him in those huge long-range gunfights down by the beach. You needed a lot more than sunscreen to protect you from that, man. That's what I'm telling you. But Matt, I mean, when I think of like the tale of the 2 teams, there, chance like, at the end of the day, Røkkr were more clinical. They like to set the table before eating, whereas like Thieves were like, I've cooked the pasta, I'm going to eat it straight out of the pot. Let's just go. And that style, they got there a little late, but they managed to find that momentum. They managed to find those big round wins. Dude, I think if they had almost got there sooner, if they'd managed to find that pace, like maybe 2 rounds in, 3 rounds in, this could have been a very, very different search. We could be looking at 2-0 here.
The pacing thing could have been a big difference maker, or just win your gunfights against accuracy. Again, the number of one-on-ones that he was able to win from top visitors that basically just win the round for the team. So got to win the gunfights. That is always going to be an important factor in search and destroy. But again, close game in the end. A lot to be learned, I'd say, from both of these teams. I believe, Miles, we have the league play simulator for map 3 of Garrison Control. A fun one, as always.
Well, dude, if anything, I saw a fellow commentator, Priestahh, tweet about it today. We're all going to be real good at it after a while. Before that, though, we've got our Army Tactical Play now, US Army Tactical Play. And it is going to be from round 6. We are going to be watching accuracy, delivering just swift destruction from atop of the visitor center. And chance, I mean, this position, he has great view over the center of the map. He can see park, hotel. He's got the views of the bottom side of the beach as well. It is a power position through and through, and accuracy really milking it for all it's worth.
And again, he's so safe up there as well. He can afford to just take the time, dip out of the gunfights. If you feel like you're not going to win it, just buy yourself some time. And it is just a moment from Slasher where he's exposed for half a second and just gets dropped immediately. Not easy to deal with the positioning coming from the Røkkr. And again, patient, efficient gameplay. No complaints for me, none at all.
No complaints whatsoever. Wow, we will have maybe one complaint. That's where we have to go to a break. But we have to go to a break. You shouldn't be going anywhere either, because when we come back, we got ourselves some sweet garrison control between these two teams. We welcome you once again to the kickoff here of the 2021 CDL season. Don't go anywhere, really. We'll be right back.
Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special CDL launch event discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League.
Season with a statement after 3-0 over the LA Thieves. So you think you know the Call of Duty League better than anyone? Well, prove it by playing the CDL Pick'em this season. Make the max predictions each day by 12 p.m. Pacific. And if you're right, collect your points. Admire yourself atop of that leaderboard. Don't forget there are awesome prizes available all season long for the biggest winners. So don't forget to get your picks in. I know I've got my picks in, and I think so far I'm doing all right, Chance. I know we're part of the CDL Talent Rule and leaderboard together. You can create your own leaderboards as well. It's a lot of fun. Fantasy fans around the world rejoicing. There's some cool prizes that we had all season long. But yeah, Chance, you had a 3-2 for this one, I think? 3-2?
I'm like 90% sure.
I'll
I have
check.
a terrible memory,
I'm gonna check
but yeah, I'll go with 3-2.
I'll check after this. I'm on board. I'm down. But again, tweet us your graphs, tweet us your screens. We want to see who you think is going to be taking care of everything this weekend. But with that being said, mate, we've got the LA Thieves going up against LA Røkkr now. We want to touch upon one of the greats in the scene who has retired as of last year, JCap, the coach of the LA Thieves. Man, I mean, Cap is a living legend. He's been around for a real long time, multiple-time world champ. I mean, he's done it all, chance, and now he's a coach. Can he climb up and bring his boys to championship? I mean, I think that'd be something that'd be really exciting to say. We've been talking about this now when it comes to players. Cap's been around for a long time. You know, he retired on the 2nd of September. It's still very, very fresh, but he didn't waste any time in getting involved as head coach. Surely, winning world championships, becoming a household name in the Call of Duty world, and now as a coach, if he can bring back a championship for his squad, a world championship at the end of the season, surely that's it now in terms of lifetime achievements.
I mean, he is one of the players, like, he has so much competitive Call of Duty experience, more than some, like, entire teams combined. He's been around for, like, a decade or more so. He's done it all. He's seen it all. And he's honestly, like, one of the first picks. As soon as he retired, I think everyone in the community just kind of knew. They were like, he's going to be a coach. Everyone would want him as a coach. Everyone has high expectations. And honestly, I have to imagine, just a fun guy to be able to work with day in and day out. So high expectations for the team. High expectations for JCap, who I think referred to himself as Coach K, which a little early for that, but we will see.
You had to tell me who Coach K was, and I was like, okay, that's definitely a little early, but I respect it, and we know Cap's watching. We respect it, mate, and we hope you find all the success you can this season. But with that being said, we're almost ready to roll into map number 3 of this series. We have Control coming up next, and maybe not all the fans know exactly how to play Control or what the scoring system in Control works for. And even saying Control, it's a funny word, but there we go, Control. Each team is going to be given 30 lives per round. A round is won by eliminating the opposing team's lives or capturing both points on offense. The defensive team can win by the game clock running out or killing all the other opponent team's lives, and the game clock stops while the offensive team is capturing a point. First team to take 3 rounds will take the match. And don't forget, the game clock will receive a little bit of extra time if a team does manage to capture a point. So, a very exciting game. Again, we talk about if Hardpoint and Search and Destroy had a baby, Control certainly got the finest features of both of them. But dude, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. We talked about the game fuel keys to victory before the start of this one. Røkkr have some mean spawn traps. We saw them, actually, it was on Checkmate. We saw them against Toronto Ultra, and they were the 3-0 smash in there. Can they find the same success here against the LA Thieves?
I mean, again, it is very much about you just don't want Røkkr to get in those types of positions, right? Even just like what we saw from accuracy from top visitors, if he's allowed to just post up and be that laser beam, that is where he thrives. So if there's a moment, especially so on these defensive rounds, if you just let that top green control go away, or if they can get a player into your caution and start to go for those spawn kills, it is just incredibly difficult to get out of that break. And it is a horrible feeling, which I have experienced dozens of times in the past week on this map. If you're coming off spawn and you're taking gunfights within the first second or two, it is just so difficult. It can be absolutely demoralizing. You gotta be very careful on offense. That's the thing about Control, you never wanna go 4 down.
Well, things have started pretty quick, and Minnesota Røkkr, they managed to get a couple of kills. They're already on the point. You know what, Chance? Let's just do it. Let's get straight into this one. It's now time for an Astro Gaming listen-in with Minnesota Røkkr.
I have your green, I have your green.
Look, I'm tools right now.
I don't see back out. Yo, I'm nading it.
Brick, one more brick. One shot brick.
Green, dead, I'm
Last got brick, one shot.
Oh, he naded me. Oh,
Last got brick, TJ.
Yeah,
I'm pushing you, P-Dog. I don't have you yet.
I'm alright. I don't have your mid.
Floating, bro.
Yeah, he's back on.
I'll hold you back, I'll have you ready.
He's stuck me, bro.
Go green. Two green. Hit him with the nade green. TJ's green deck.
Big door Kenny.
One's green.
I'm a stun stack.
Right side mid. Stack that. Right side mid.
Green and right side mid.
Two stacks.
No, your green is open. Watch your green.
Two mid. No, there's 2 mid.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the ground. Do you see anything?
No.
No, I don't see shit yet.
Could be vent or L.
Look,
One's vent. Outside of vent right now.
Dude, outside of vent. I got one. One more. In the same spot. B-hop.
With points now being captured, Chance, decent comms from Røkkr, but we're seeing the pace now being set by the LA Thieves. And they get themselves back into this one. 2 ticks completed at B. B has 1 section left to capture, and you can say goodbye to that one. Kenny now on the defense over by A. Slasher watching B. slowed this game right down. This is what you want as the Thieves. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Slasher finds one. MajorManiak now in lights. Oh, the Slasher. It's the old right hook of doom. Puts him on his back. 20 seconds now remaining. And Slasher still reigning supreme over the B site. TJ now making his way forward. And this is a great timing push for LA Thieves to close the round out. You can safely say it's done. A long and difficult journey across the map for Røkkr. No one's going to be able to contest. Solid showing here on defense. And I think it's safe to say, Chance, that defense reigns supreme here on Garrison.
Oh, and that was a very much put him in the dirt kind of moment towards the end as well when he get the spawn traps, just racking up the feed. That is beneficial long-term for the round 5. I will say, though, there is an idea from the Røkkr that I actually really appreciated. They just stacked up green off the rip once they had some control and left one guy on the B point. And what that is from the Røkkr, instead of saying like, hey, we're just going to get B and go on from there, it's like, if you mess up and give up A pressure for a second, we're going to attack that point straight away. The Thieves, of course, did a nice job making sure they keep pressure on that side of the map, but you can see the Røkkr just sort of poking and prodding, waiting for a mistake to come through, but job well done. Now we get an opportunity to see the Thieves on the attack. A fairly similar style. You get that one man on the B point, TJ. Job is just to play his life and try to bait out some of these players because everyone else on Thieves is playing for control.
TJ still good. Gets it done with the Diamondcon in the end. Kills for his teammates now in the back end. That's going to be the first ticket B complete. And man, they've pushed Røkkr almost clean out of this one. It's unattached. It's a solo play. Shots are there, can't get it done. That's B essentially captured. I don't think anyone's going to be able to get close to it. Now you have to refocus all the attention for Minnesota Røkkr towards the A zone. Straight onto the point we go. TJ and Co able to hit through the rear. Patch watching the flank now. Great job. MajorManiak on spawn. Can TJ time this right and push forward? Just about wins the gunfight. That's huge. If you can find another one, he keeps this part of the map looking real dangerous. Now 1v1 MajorManiak goes down as well. TJ on a 6th spree. That was a wonderful bit of work, and Temp's going to fill his position up immediately. You're trying to keep the members of Røkkr now trapped in a position on spawn. I told you to look out for Røkkr's spawn traps. I didn't realize the Thieves had them too. And this is looking very, very good for LA Thieves.
Accuracy of MajorManiak, though, winning big gunfights. Still, though, Temp is behind enemy line, so there is that constant pressure they have to deal with. You see Temp causing problems on one end. Meanwhile, Accuracy was going for the spawn kills. Everybody's already passed. He might be able to start shooting some of these players in the back, but they're just straight up flooding through green right now. 2 players already inside. Kenny up top. Accuracy still has not got involved. Finally, he's going to be jumping up. And, well, there's free kill number 1. Free kill number 2. Attach is going to be there for it. They were getting spawn killed for quite some time. While they are still down by 2 lives, they have done a very solid job stabilizing, getting that green control, and getting presence over towards lights. For Thieves, well, Slasher the most aggressively pushed out, but no one past that 50-yard line.
Good news for Thieves, though. You have a minute to work with still. TJ finding kills. Starting to creep on over to the halfway point of the map. See that number 3 on the minimap. That's going to be Slasher. Can he get involved in min-map as well? Accuracy, though, and attached that they're still out there fighting. Accuracy on a spree right now. That's 5 kills in a row. And now he puts his attention directly onto the spawn of the LA Thieves. That could be number 6. And here comes the push. The nade doesn't work out. The stuns come through. Kenny's going to find the kill. An open lane now to work with for the LA Thieves. But they've got to go, man. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Time to make the play. Time to go forward. TJ, he's on his horse and he is charging in the battle. 2 kills up his name straight away. Accuracy once again. Attached from behind. There is not a whole lot you can do right now for the Thieves. They had 1 decent window with 15 seconds remaining chance. The round could... It's over. It's done. The round is finished. Kenny can't make it in there, surely. There's no way he could get his way in there now and go for the contest. Priestahh's going to hold it. The trades are there. TJ, 3 seconds. Can he get the contest? Can he jump on the point in time? No. Dead before he even hit the ground. Minnesota, they tied up 1-1.
And one of the most important factors for that tying it up 1-1 is they were down a lot of lives. They were down by 7 or 8 at one point. Well, they evened that back up and then some. I think they came away with this round with a 1 or 2 life advantage, and well, Accuracy, best play and well deserved. He was a man that came on the flank for top green when there was 3 players that had come past him. He goes on a 5 spree in that moment. Even after he falls, he comes off respawn, goes to the back tank, and picks up a couple more, just making sure you're nice and stable in your spawn. Obviously a nice attempt by Thieves, but just highlights the difficulty of winning offense on this map. And again, that's why I talked about the idea from the Røkkr. Keeping that green pressure even early on and see if you can make an approach. But now TJ going on the flank. 1 player in the back and already causing problems for Røkkr.
Oh, sneaky, but MajorManiak. Those shots were great. able to stop the damage there before it could really get out of hand. And Kenny, this is that top green position we're talking about. It's a very, very strong spot to be in. You can overlook those players making their way through the warehouse. But, okay, Attach is going to get it done with a nice nade there. He finds himself too. Attach now making a way through the middle of the map. He opens up the lane, gives his teammates some space to work with. But again, Røkkr are on offensive now. They are trying to make their way in towards those zones. And MajorManiak takes care of one on B. So that's it. We're going to see the members of Røkkr now capturing the B point. Attach making his way in towards A. Finds the first. Stun nade. Cluster goes out. What a brilliant kill that was. The nade comes through. Temp lands on top of it. And in the end, Kenny's going to get the trade. A nice adaptation there from the Thieves to not let the 2-point capture go down at the same time. Tongue-tied this commentator. Now we go back over to MajorManiak. 2 ticks at B. Now complete. And this is a good look. Can they hold the line? Can they get the full capture at B? And whack another minute on the clock.
Yeah, and TJ, just all the ego in the world. Nice little slide into the gunfight, able to take down one. State of it though, you got Røkkr up 2 lives for the moment. That B point is going to be secure. Maybe they might be thinking about just trying to flood through green here. Røkkr, of course, you see accuracy dancing around, but as soon as he jumps down, that's no longer the play call. It is try to work your way around the back of the map. You see Priestahh through lights swinging around, accuracy doing the same thing with him, and there is nothing here for Slash. All the pressure in the back, and it's accuracy, even with the AR. He's the one in the back causing problems. Kenny, though, is able to take him down, winning the gunfight against his former teammate. Of course, attached to the lone man. Well, that's a play attempt getting stuffed right there for Røkkr. Again, they're trying to take the long way around. It is not easy.
There's a lot of talk about Kenny being one of the finest 4v4 players around. The brain, the aim, you name it. Man is slaying, but MajorManiak is doing a really good job at distance, keeping these members of the LA Thieves on defense out of the action. Trying to slow him down. Nice shots again. Up it's going to be TJ. He gets cut down as well. MajorManiak, 4 kills in a row. Make it 5. That's a nice bit of a spree he's got himself going for now. Over and done, though. No one is still able to make it onto the point. All these kills are great. Keeping the life count relatively even. Those are underneath the scoreboards right now. 12 lives remaining for the LA Thieves. Minnesota Røkkr currently sitting at 13. Winding up now for another hit on towards the A site, but man, it's hard to get in there. We're going to try for it. Kenny's going to cut down 2. TJ finds another one, and Chance, what do you know? The defense holds.
God, and I will say, such a good play call from the Røkkr, too. I think they identified that Kenny was the lone man on the site and that everyone else from the Thieves were back towards the light area. So they say, hey, let's just try to flood out as fast as we can. Well, you see the position Kenny's in. It is difficult to lose gunfights when that is the head glitch you are holding. You are basically invisible to the team. So I will give credit to the Røkkr. Hyper aware of the situation, making those correct reads. Accuracy, the vocal leader for the team oftentimes is the man that's going to be making those calls, but the gunfights are coming that way for Kenny. Not much you can do. And this is really just truly the ultimate battle, man. See who can win an offense first, because even though Røkkr are down 2-1, you got to imagine they're not hyper concerned with being able to force a round 5.
Force that round 5, you're all good. Here we go. Shoes on the other foot now with Røkkr on defense. This is something we will see throughout the year. Garrison control does seem to play like this now, but again, there's a lot of hope for the stylistic change of these teams. If they can work out how to win these offensive rounds, things will look very, very different by the time the season finishes. Trophy systems at play now. TJ, I'm going to watch 2 angles at once. Those players coming out of the lights room in front of him and the vents directly behind him. If he can time it right, all good. There's the contest from accuracy. Watch the flank open up in just a moment. Oh, teammates are all over it. Thieves, great hold. There's the first ticket B.
That's a really nice setup as well. You see TJ, well, the concern was him getting flanked through vents. His teammates had that, so accuracy, as soon as his teammates fall, feels the pressure, tries to win the gunfight, but TJ, again, it seems like anytime he's near P1, he's on point. The stick coming through, though, from MajorManiak. And you just see the Thieves right now, not a ton of map pressure at all. The 2 ticks on B, though, are certainly nice to have. The 1 life advantage doesn't amount to too much for the moment. Right now, MajorManiak, effectively the lone man in the middle of the map. He is getting hunted down, but causing problems while this is happening. Getting tagged up from underground, shot in the back, shot in the side, shot from everywhere. But either way, when all is said and done, still flooding out green, potentially spawn traps getting set up. Accuracy already moved into that deep green alley. Kenny, though, aware to take him down. This is the spawn trap. This is the setup that the Røkkr want to have.
They're looking to try to make the trap work out. Priestahh, he's making his way forward now as well. Slasher tries to fight out through the left-hand side of the map. He's go down, shots are there, not enough to get it done. Temp through middle. Nice bit of work. Great awareness just to clean those players up. 19 kills overall for Temp. He's made his way onto the A zone. With that, you've got B being captured at the same time as well. Temp, though, playing the advantage. He's got the positional advantage to work with now. He has to keep those players out of this bricks area. Make sure those reinforcements don't get in towards A. Meanwhile, his teammates now capturing the A point as well. Kenny and Temp working together very, very well. B's already been secured. This has been an incredible sign of life now from the Thieves. And here we go, baby. Streaks are coming out as well. The artillery strike's going to slow him down for now. And it is raining hell on Minnesota. And what do you know? The LA Thieves, they get it done 3-1. You blink and you'll miss it. Just like that, an offensive round victory. What a huge turnaround from LA.
Just so snazzy, man. Again, the balance you have to have of defending A and keeping pressure on that side of the map. It was Temp was hanging out in green, and it's like the light bulb goes off in his head, and it's like, wait a minute, we just killed enough players. I could just walk straight through here. Gets into that bricks control, gets a couple kills, and then you have to imagine the cons in that situation. It's everyone go through green, flood out towards hill, everyone just go. You get the 4 stack. It takes 5-10 seconds to get that capture. That is literally just a moment. A small mistake, a mishap for the Røkkr. The opening taken full advantage of by Thieves, who again, in control, man. Not looking too shy.
Not at all. I mean, I wanted that play from Temp at the end. He managed to get on the A point. He pulls a bit of aggro. He charges straight through. Buys the time for his squad to get in there. I mean, once you're on that A point, you have to buy the real estate. You have to move forward. Make sure you hold that bricks room. Don't let those players make their way through. There's your stats. Oh, the stats tell the entire story there. Those individual plays, they make the biggest differences. And boy, we got a series on our hand, Chance. I mean, there's a bit of a change here, dude. Now that you see the control go the way of Thieves, we're going to go to another hard point now for map 4. The hard point game was mostly LA Thieves there. This could be a 3-1. Genius. You know what? We got to go to a break. I know. I was going to give you a point.
We do have to go
I was going to give you a point. But instead, we're going to throw to a break instead. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost ready to rock and roll into map number 4 of this series. As exciting as I am to talk to Chance, it's wonderful to have him here in his digital self. We're like Tupac and Kim Kardashian's dad. It's a bit weird. When we come back after this break, more Call of Duty action coming up. Like, I've had enough of this. Fun and game's over. Ah! Somehow he finds that kill. Lines them up. Unbelievable.
I cock back, take a shot, get the kill switch.
Lining up for Temp, though. He's able to take down 3. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We've got our map number 4 between the LA Thieves and Minnesota Røkkr coming up next. Very, very excited again in this one. I've had to compose myself, and it's getting hot here in this virtual studio, I'm not going to lie. We're in Atlanta, digitally. It's right behind us, the beautiful skyline of Atlanta. We truly wish we could be there, but hey, man, this is the next best thing, right, Chance? This truly is.
I guess we certainly have to take what we can get in this COVID era, but again, just happy to be back with some Call of Duty action. No complaints from me, Miles. None at all.
Well, we've been screaming about how it was going to be a very good year based on what we saw at the Kickoff Classic, between the new rosters, new game modes, you name it. It's already been fantastic so far. But let's have a quick look at these teams again before we really get deeper into this series. We've still got some players getting into this one. Let's talk about the Røkkr first, mate. Minnesota Røkkr made a massive change coming into the 2021 season. We basically saw, almost the whole squad, right? It is the whole team. We saw Accuracy and Attach come in from the New York Subliners, MajorManiak and Priestahh. They're coming in from Atlanta FaZe. It's a completely new look. Ragnarok is finished. The world has been reborn anew. And Røkkr, honestly, man, I mean, on paper, this is a squad that has the most clear-cut roles defined. You got your main AR, you got your flex, your super aggressive sub players, and the sum of their parts, Chance, I think it's got the makeup of what I think will be a championship-winning team later in the season.
Well, I mean, look, I would say the one thing that I don't think any team in the league has any doubts about, they are going to be strong. You have to game plan for them. You have to make sure you bring your A game or you're going to get punished for it. But that's like the second step is actually winning those tournaments, right? Like being competitive is one thing, but taking down teams like the LA Thieves at the moment, it's looking like quite the difficult task. So we know they're going to be strong. The question is, can they make that next step? And of course, that is something that is completely up to those guys to be able to prove, excuse me, back against the wall right now in the series, down 2-1. They have struggled on hardpoint, and granted, the only 2 series that they've had so far this year, but they need to get that bounce back just to force the game number 5. We know if they can get there, they're going to be comfortable. But that is not an easy road ahead.
No, not at all. Moscow hardpoint coming up next, comrades. Again, the worry here for Minnesota Røkkr is the hardpoint game hasn't been that strong. This could be the LA Thieves' chance to close it out. It's going to be a tough one for him indeed, mate. I think, thinking back, a bit of analysis here, side analysis from this lazy commentator, but like, mate, the old Røkkr squad, high hopes. They got far, they got second places, and then they kind of dropped off. I don't think that will be the case with this team. I think these guys will be a little bit more consistent, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, right off to the Metro. Everyone's brought their tickets, and there is already a gunfight raging around Kenny, bro. Who kills Kenny, bro? But Røkkr will win the opening gambit. They will get the first time, and it's over to Slasher by statue now.
Kenny, of course, a standout player. I think it looks a lot like Quavo from years past, just a strange sort of similarities between the players. But I think for those of you that remember Kenny, forced to be reckoned with on the map. Of course, now in Moscow, well, he's the man picking up the rotation kills. He's picking up double kills off the opening break inside the hard point. He's making sure that he keeps the rotation secure. Admittedly, Røkkr, well, they have a slightly small lead here on P1, but it might not amount to too much because, again, this is not the money hill on the map. It's the next couple in a row where you really start to rack up that time, and the Thieves have done a spectacular job of keeping that control, keeping that map spread, and not giving too much of an opening to start to push through. But now you can see Røkkr stacking up their laundry, trying to come their way through. But TJ's there to chop it all down.
TJ gets 3 in a row. That was nasty. TJ can't find any more. The camera kind of caught it funny, but the 2 players who ran in through apartment, TJ just gunned them down. Straight in we go now to this courtyard. This is a difficult hard point to break for sure. It's a 2-2 split. Making their way through apartments. 2 players now making their way through the front side of the, the Metro. Oh boy, the crossfire now comes through. MajorManiak goes down. All 4 dead for Minnesota Røkkr. That's all 4 down. TJ finds himself another multi-kill, and with that, they say, cut the losses, go to the next hard point, set that one up. Do not let the LA Thieves chain these points together.
Kenny, potentially a player to cause some problems. You see, he's already got that elbow control. He is there to watch some of the cuts. Well, MajorManiak, the first person to cross over towards Library, but maybe even from the bad side of things, the Thieves have somewhat of a decent setup. They got a couple players posted up already, so you start to take these gunfights. You got to make sure you get the wins, but Priestahh and Attach, the 74U duo, getting the job done. An opportunity for the Thieves potentially to chain these hard points together and blow the game out wide open. Worse now, though, because of those kills, they're able to stabilize, but for a moment, Temp, one of the most difficult gunfights in the game to win. He just made it look easy.
Yeah, try doing that in league play. Just try. There's an RC car flying at you. Kenny now from behind. MajorManiak's going to find it. TJ picks them up straight away. That's the importance of trades. Once again, LA back in the driver's seat, straight back onto the point. However, TJ, wrong part of town, man. He gets cleaned up. Now Kenny trying to make his way forward. Accuracy finds another in a row. Slash up takes him down as well. It's like a game of ping pong right now. Just back and forth, real fast. MajorManiak trying to keep the pace up. Don't let LA Thieves get set up and get comfortable. They will roll through this hard point. With that being said, though, final 10 seconds. Eyes to the minimap. Now we go to the boulevard, the very, very southern point of the map. That great big long street, wide open, not a lot of cover to work with. We are seeing a bit of a jostle now for position. And Røkkr, it's accuracy. He's there first. Oh, and he's dead. Oh, he's dead.
Dude, this is clinical work right now coming in from the Thieves. You get the break on the Fountain Hill. Already you're feeling fantastic. They just pick those players apart one by one on the rotation as well. They had a hot start on the first hard point, and even hotter start here on Moscow. And again, just a 70-point lead. You're just feeling nice and comfortable right now if you're a Thieves fan. TJ inside, Gold winning the gunfights with the 74U. And all this hill time, for the moment, has been going the way of Thieves. Even when accuracy is able to pick up two, the final gunfight's always being won by someone in red. And he, of course, trying to be that guy. And even still, 20 seconds left on the hill. The only success Røkkr have had here is just keeping Thieves off time. They've barely been able to do that. A phenomenal set of rotations the first go around for Thieves. Again, trying to put this game down early. They do not want to see a game 5.
Yep. Don't go game 5. That was the other game fuel key to victory that we didn't put in. That's what you don't want. It's the LA Thieves. MajorManiak now on point. The quick contest comes through. There's going to be the shots in behind from Temp. Temp straight onto the point. Great awareness, but not enough to get the kills. Priestahh gets it done. Here comes an opening now for Røkkr. They've got a couple of kills. They're going to make the time work now, but it's TJ over towards this second hard point. That's where they're looking. 40 seconds now remaining on this one, and Røkkr still in control. Don't relinquish it yet. Basher checking the corners, trying to find an easy kill, but I don't think that's going to be the case. The contest will restart the game clock at the very top of the map. With that, we're still not going to see any more time going the way of Røkkr, but accuracy from behind finds one, no more to be had. MajorManiak will be set up for the next one, though, so consolidation prize there to be said.
A couple spawn outs coming in, though, for the Røkkr, and this is a big moment. A lot of pressure on MajorManiak to win the gunfights. First one's coming through. The challenge on the second gets the job done as well. Even still, though, Kenny already in the back. MajorManiak, too many things to check. He's going to get taken down. And on this rotation, well, Kenny just being the playmaker, he's able to take down two. While the spawns are actually coming on top of him, you see his teammates trying to flood through mid. Kenny gets dealt with, but he buys his team the time to actually get the pressure inside of the hill. The Thieves, clinical work so far this entire game.
TJ's going wild on Moscow. He's 17 and 11 overall. And this is what we wanted to see coming out of the Thieves. Keep the kills up. If you can outslay Røkkr, you don't have to worry about them really hitting your hard points too much. Kenny still trying to find kills in the middle. 16 and 10. Priestahh has to hunt him down, but look at the effort he's having to spend just to take care of one player. And TJ don't care, man. TJ just charges. And that's what we love to see. Straight air frying these boys. LA Thieves looking dangerous, but Røkkr are not out of the woods yet. They've still got themselves rotations. Middle side of the map towards the very center of the fountain, where number 8 is right now. That's where the next hard point, well, it more or less actually to the left of that. My bad, that's Eski's. There it is, number 5. That's where the hard point is. Your boy can't read a minimap. Don't let me drive. TJ once again, though. Long hair on his face, don't care. Beard giving him superpowers right now as we are about to see the LA Thieves break 200 points here on Røkkr. To their measly 49. I mean, they have got a bit of a climb to do, Chance.
They're just straight bullying right now. It is brutal. Even TJ just walking through Eskies, walking to Fountain through the front and winning those gunfights. We saw Temp do it the first time around, and now while Temp's in the back, picking up the 2 pieces like that. Kenny inside the hill, he just gets to hang out and rack up the time, but this game feels just well past done and dusted. You got Røkkr trying to flood in the back, but Slasher, Temp, everyone in the feed making their guest appearance. Attach gets dealt with, maybe they need to take him off time for just a minute, but all of that effort to strip away maybe just 10 seconds of time. This has just been a ridiculous game number 4. Røkkr, I mean, the life has effectively just been strangled out from them. They finally get clearance over towards Fountain, and look at the pressure on the rotation. They just got the hill surrounded. They got a man on Globe. They got TJ pushed out to the bush. All the help that they could ever want and ever have. And they're looking to put this game down and put this series down right here on this street hill.
I mean, our game field keys called it. You got to kill the confidence of the Thieves early on. And that first hard point was the place to get it done. And now look at them. They are soaring right now. 26 and 13 TJs on another 5 spree. Oh boy, almost gets it done there against Attach. Penny, he's now just chilling down by the hard point. We're not going to get too much more time here. Splasher by the back bust. That's going to be the push forward. That's going to be the hard point. And this could be game. 10 seconds for the win. My. The LA Thieves, they have rebound magnificently. 5 seconds now for the win. And this could well be it. A final push from the Røkkr. And it's not going to be enough. Slasher finds 3. He does drop. With that, Temp's going to get the final few seconds. And the LA Thieves, it is a statement. 3-1 in the end. Welcome to the COD League.
And a dominant finish as well. They figured out the problem, Miles. They figured it out from the kickoff classic, and Naval took too much of their swag. They were like, as long as we get that bag back, we'll be good to go once the CDL points and the matches that matter more start to kick in. They set the tone. They made sure they came out and said, like, hey, we are fighting to be one of the top teams, if not the top team. That is a great looking finish for them. You get the offensive wins on Garrison control, and you just get, I mean, again, dude, that was a brutal Moscow. Temp has every right to laugh about what he was able to do that map. Just walking in through the front on Fountain Hill, winning the difficult gunfights. That has to feel very satisfying for these four.
Gotta feel great, right? Gotta feel great. They're flying high after a nice big win. Again, a fantastic start to the season here for them in the 2021 CDL season. That's the first map win, first season win, you name it, man. We're making history today, the LA Thieves. We love that. But yeah, we're going to look at some stats now from that Moscow hardpoint. 8 minutes in total. Love that one. But man, the kills department again. 26 and 15 for TJ, 21 and 13 for Temp. Great work all around. When it comes to those hardpoint times, I mean, they were racking them up. Huge work from Slasher, 205 overall. Boy, howdy. Well, that's it. First season of the day is finished, but that doesn't mean we're not done. We've still got another gem for you. But Chance, mate, I mean, dude, that was... I think I got my prediction perfect at 3-1. That was a dominant and very, very confident showing from the LA Thieves. But there's a lot of cracks still, man. I mean, the Search and Destroy needs a bit of work. Røkkr had their number down and out from start to finish there. A couple of signs of life here. But, I mean, do you have any major takeaways from the series overall from both squads?
I would say one of the things that stands out of my mind the most is just how good TJ looked. It's been quite some time since we've seen TJ being that good, but he was the air fryer, right? 26 kills towards the end. When's the last time we've seen a game from Slasher where he just gets to post up, hang out on the hill, and just collect time? Like, do none of the difficult work. He just gets to let Kenny and TJ fly out in front of him, so it's got to be a great feeling for him. Great to see TJ back in potentially dominant performance. He's a player that could be top 5, best player in the world. He can be in that sphere. It's just been a while, but it's good to see him back.
Good to see him back. Well, we're going to see now our scuff play of the game. This was a nearly perfect hardpoint hold from the LA Thieves. And things were looking so good from, I believe this may have been a full 60, but kills either side with rotations down. I mean, TJ just going absolutely hard in the pixels. And again, Shots, I mean, we're seeing aggression, we're seeing skills in the slaying department. We're really seeing it come out of the LA Thieves here. They were so sound here in the hard points. Lovely stuff to see all round.
And also doing a great job of just like thriving in the chaos of the situation, right? Because it was not the very standard, you get the spawn, set up someone top police. That is MajorManiak kills 2. Kenny's by himself in the back street. Røkkr still hold those spawns, but gets enough kills and buys his team enough pressure that they get to the hill from the front side, and then it's just efficient work, cleaning out the backup police, and then knowing you can turn around after that. And that's just constantly on the fly. That means their communication was on point, the teamwork on point, and of course the individual plays from both Kenny and TJ on point as well. A very strong 3-1 victory, I'd say, because even in Search and Destroy, they got a couple round wins. It was just a little bit struggling overall, but for Miami, no big deal. They're going to feel great after that series win.
Lovely, lovely stuff from the LA Thieves, looking as dangerous as ever. And honestly, mate, a wonderful welcome to the league indeed. Well, here's some more fun and games, boys and girls, and we hope that you've actually linked your account, because this year, when you watch Call of Duty League matches, you can earn in-game rewards like exclusive emblems, calling cards, weapon stickers, charms, and much, much more. Go to callofdutyleague.com to register and link your Activision and YouTube accounts so that you can earn this weekend's reward, that banging cash stack weapons charm, and a 30-minute double XP token. Look at that cash stack weapon charm I will be rocking that on my weapon as I fly through you in League play. That will be happening. I'll be running double XP as well on weapons that I've already fully ranked out because I'm a grinder. He'll be there as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we do hope you link those accounts. And yeah, it's going to be cool stuff all season long. We got calling cards with all sorts of goodies. It's been out there. It's been out there for a while. We're ready to rock and roll. Chance, it's been a lot of fun, mate. How you feeling on the virtual set? How you thinking about the first series so far? I mean, we've got another game coming up today, but how you feeling, mate? You all good?
Dude, I'm feeling great. It's so nice just to be back in the action, to see just some like efficient Call of Duty. And I maintain, we talked about it a lot at the Kickoff Classic. It's nice to be able to watch the minimap and to be like able to understand it, man. It's been such a long time, been months since we've had action that's this good. But obviously, Miles, a lot of Call of Duty left to be played, not just today, but obviously this weekend as well.
Yeah, of course. Well, coming up after this, we've got Seattle Surge going up against our current reigning champions, the Dallas Empire. But don't forget, Saturday and Sunday, the Call of Duty does not stop rolling. 3 p.m. Eastern, we've got Guerrillas versus Legion. And of course, after that, Mutineers going up against Ultra. A game fuel marquee match there on Saturday. The LA Thieves going up against the New York Subliners, NYSL. And we get to see the first debut performance of Parasite in the COD League since, I think, BO4. So there we go. Royal Ravens up against Surge, Empire, Røkkr. And to close out Sunday, oh baby, the game fuel marquee match, Atlanta FaZe versus Chicago OpTic. Woo! That's going to be an absolute humdinger, my friend. Where are you? You're right here. You're right here, aren't you? There you go. It's good to have you back, mate. Very good to have you back. Very excited to see those games come down. It is an explosive first weekend of Call of Duty action here in the 2021 season. It's getting real hot in this gigantic space somewhere in Atlanta. I'm not sure if you can work out where we are based on that, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, folks, we're going to take a quick break now. When we come back after this break, Lottie will be talking to Slasher of the LA Thieves about that victory and basically everything about being one of the best dressed teams. When we come back, more COD.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scump, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance, auto, renters, and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Now we're here for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight, and joining me I have the one and only Slasher from LA Thieves. Now Slasher, firstly I've got to say you guys snapped on that last control. That was ridiculous. It felt like you already wanted the series to be over, and in a very dominant fashion. So I mean, back on the sticks, back as a team. How are you guys feeling as a whole?
We're feeling really good, especially after that victory under our belt. I think in the match against OpTic previously, we didn't bring enough energy to the match, and we took that back, made our practice better, and then brought way more energy today, and it showed. So I'm feeling really good and happy with our progress so far.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, as a team, you're feeling really good, looking really good. Slasher, you personally, I know that you're such a well-decorated player. You've achieved so much in your career so far. And looking back at last season, I felt like you were very frustrated at times as a player. But coming into this brand new season and brand new year, how are you personally feeling about your gameplay?
I'm feeling really good about it. I mean, obviously, there's room to improve, but I think we've taken a different approach this year. We all moved ourselves to Texas to get the best practice possible and set ourselves up for success. And also, we came out the gates and we're just way hotter this season in practice right away. We didn't let anything, get in our way. We took every day seriously, and it's about starting this year off hot, and so far we are.
Damn, you're doing it. You're definitely doing it. Now, of course, you do have JCap as your coach. How is that going? What is it like? And what's the difference of having JCap as a coach and behind you guys?
Oh, yeah. Having Cap behind us is obviously really good. He knows the game in and out. He's decorated. I played with him in one chance with him. I think we see eye to eye on a lot of things in the game. So just having him to look over, and hang out with while we're practicing and stuff like that has definitely been a plus. And I think as time goes on, he's only going to get better and better. So I think he's a good addition to the team.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, with JCap behind you guys, it brings new tactics and new ways to play the game. Do you guys prepare against each individual team and kind of play a game in that respect, or do you just play your own game each time?
So I think at the beginning of the season, it's mainly more so playing your game. I mean, we've scrimmed against these teams, but we haven't played Minnesota in a few weeks now because we knew we were playing them in this match. So it's kind of more about playing your game. I think later towards the end of the season, that's when you more prepare for teams because you know their tendencies, you know what maps they like to play, and that's what you can kind of counter them. But right now, early season, it's all about doing us.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Hey, you're doing something right. Definitely. That was a hot start to kick off this season. Thank you so much, Slasher, for joining me. And best of luck for the rest of the season, pal. Not that you really need it. You're looking
Thank
great.
you.
So thanks so much.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. That was Slasher. I am so excited to see what LA Thieves are going to do for the rest of our season. But right now, we're going to head to a quick break while we get our next game underway. See you right after this.